Alrighty, hey there guys, it's Rooster, and today we have the Xigmatek Recon mid-tower ATX computer case. This will support up to ATX motherboards, nothing bigger than that, but all the way down to ITX. However, if you want to put an ITX in here, that just sounds kind of silly. So anyway, at first glance you can clearly see this is all black. This has a black interior as well. And I gotta say, you know, during certain lighting, in certain lighting rather, the paint job may seem a little bit rough, but that's really only if you scrutinize it, you know, thoroughly and really try to look for it. Overall, first glance, it looks fairly nice. So on the front, we have USB 3, microphone, and a headphone out, and a USB 2, and then your power button. I believe that is a reset button. Yes, it is a reset, and your power button on the front. You have two 5¼ inch bays, which do open up. And as you can clearly see on the front bezel there at the bottom, you have room for a fan. I believe it is a 120. Now, on the side, you can clearly see you have room for an even bigger fan. It looks like a 120, a 140, or yeah, it looks like a 120 and a 140 is what you're going to be supporting on the side. So here on the back, you can clearly see we have thumb screws. These are plastic on the outside, though obviously the screw itself is metal. So when you take off the side panel, it is on the flimsier side. This is fairly thin, you know, sheet metal, aluminum. I'm assuming it's aluminum. And yeah, it is fairly thick, thin. And the protrusion on it, though, for the fan does kind of add a little bit of rigidity, so that kind of helps. Now we're on the inside, you can clearly see a big CPU cutout. At least there is that, you know, like I said, entirely black interior. Little orange Xigmatek 120mm fan there. And over here you have the toolless, you know, drive installation. At first glance it may look for a fan, but it looks like it's more for an SSD to be planted there, maybe a 3½ inch. And to the bottom here you see a little grill here for your PSU, your power supply, to breathe. You have your front panel audio, USB 2, USB 3, which is black, but the rest aren't. And you have obviously your power switch, you know, power LED, HD, hard drive indicator light, etc., etc. So you can see in the back over here, you do have, oh brother, not a whole lot of room for cable management. And here in the back, just to show you how the back looks, obviously you have the fan, the 7 expansion slots, the bottom mountain power supply, where your I/O shield for your all your ports and inputs and whatnot are going to go. Here's your documentation, just a simple booklet, really nothing too complicated. And then your hardware, which has your, you know, motherboard standoffs, drive screws, etc., etc. At least they made all of these black, which it's not too big of a deal even if they weren't. Then over here, if we look inside, you see the drive bays. Clearly see on the inside this orange kind of plastic. That's going to be an LED that actually lights up around the perimeter on the front bezel. So we'll see that in a bit. And here's the back side. You do have that little protrusion there that's going to add a little bit of rigidity to the side panel. But also that may or may not, you know, just judging from the CPU cutout that we looked at from the other side, I'm not going to say that this is going to give you a whole lot more room for cable management, but perhaps you can, you know, shimmy some thinner wires back there like SATA cables and whatnot. Overall, guys, yeah, this has been the Xigmatek Recon. Would I recommend it? If you want a cheap replacement, yeah, sure, go for it. If you want a simpler looking front bezel, you know, more minimalistic and not these jagged edges, you know, they make it look like something out of the, you know, military-esque, I suppose, if that's what they want to go for, more industrial looking, maybe. I mean, it's not a bad looking case. It is on the cheaper side, and the material does show that. Is it doable? We'll be building a system in this very soon. And I'm going to have a separate video concerning a giveaway that does involve this system. So if you guys like this video, give it a like, of course. If you didn't like it, give it a dislike, whichever you prefer. But if you want to see that giveaway idea video that does involve this case and a full-fledged system, working system, gaming, I'm not sure yet. It all depends what parts I put on the inside. But if you guys want more information on the giveaway and you want me to make that video soon, then I will get right to it. Just leave a comment below the video and let me know if you want that giveaway video. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Thanks for watching. This has been the Xigmatek Recon. And don't forget to subscribe.